Okay, I'm back. This is council summary and whatever. And the reason it's taking so long is I went outside and helped a buddy of mine carry stuff he needed up the ladder, and he worked on my roof already, got my roof fixed, not hole, but the leak problem I had. So it's pretty much taken my whole morning. Now, I'm going to start off with some what happened in the Council of Terra meeting this morning. It didn't last very long. I could have filmed it if I'd have been thinking, but I didn't know. You know, sometimes you don't know if this is something you want to film or not until afterwards, and it's too late. And I got my beanie on because my head's cold from being outside. It's like 32 still. So I got in there this morning and then told the Council of Terra that I had conducted that part of my council leadership duties of getting all this information from people, that part, and to get more prepared for the 22nd was complete. That's completed. I'm not real sure what's going to happen between now and then about anything. Is there anything else to do? I'm not sure. So we moved on. My next issue that I brought up was confirming the new part of the Law 5, dereliction of duty, now includes the where'd it go? Now includes surface medical and pharmaceutical professions who do not cure disease and injury or criminal acts under dereliction of Law 5. It's part of Law 5. It's telling you it's part of Law 5. And if you're not going to cure, when the information is put out that Terra's back in charge, and you'll obviously know this, if you don't cure, you don't touch. You can save a life, but you cannot touch or cure because you don't do anything with the pharmaceutical industry as we have it right now. All that's going away. I told you it's going away. And now it's part of the law that the medical stuff in that surface humans do to each other is no longer legitimate once they're up here. Get ready for that. That's going to be a complete change. End of all this dying because of your medications, dying because of your treatment. All that shit will end then at that time. All right. And all that was just an insertion into Law 5 is like an amendment to a constitution or other law. That's how they did it. We put it in the paragraph. It was accepted and voted yes in total. Not a single response in the as a no about it. That was done. So I can knock that window down right now, or part of it. Let's knock this part of it down. So I got that covered. And then we brought up the interterra and subsurface ideas of mixed terrans, as in teams and marriages and etc. They just call them teams, but it's usually for life or the death of. And even then, there is some questions whether it was a crossing over or a crossing up and what you can and cannot do. And that has to be worked out between you and who crossed up or more for this time period. So you have to deal with that. That was approved unanimously, I might add. They knew it was coming. It was approved. The problem is going to come in when the mixed team is cross species. The cross species has a child. This is going to have to be worked out individually with the medicals, with the parents of that child, and the community in which it's to be raised. Refer to Law 5 on Law 4 and 5 on some of that, what that's involved in. And you'll see why we was able to get that through council. Took a little bit of discussion, but it got through and passed. So that takes up a couple topics right there. Then, to make it more formalized, to make things more formalized, I brought up the topic of my use of the Terran's counselorship, the shuttle, on a as per needed, per duty of carrying out my duties as counselor, as council leader of Terra. It's already upstairs in a cargo ship, waiting on 2 ASABs to dry it down to me, and they'll stay with it until such time as they rotate out with 2 more ASABs. That's their determination. As long as I know what's going on, and we all notice running the ship and the information that they're supposed to have with them if I need to refer to it. I'm going to leave that at that. That's all you need to know. That's all that matters. This was passed. Didn't have to be done, but I wanted it done. And now all I have to do is get in touch with Belmerkin. They open that that doorway. Out comes the ship down. Don't take but a couple minutes. I go out, meet the ship, hop in the ship, off we go, come back when I get done. Whenever I get done. It could be an hour. It could be a day. There's some things I want to do that I need to be down there for a day. And within minutes, I'll be back up here and the ship will be gone. Nothing said, nothing done concerning anybody around. And the only 3 shuttles on the planet, 3 shuttles on the planet of Terra have cloaking ability for situations with negatives and such. The cloaking is also protection. It could come down cloaked, open a pathway, doorway that opens a pathway or doorway. I go get in, shut the door, it's cloaked again, off we go. Because of the surface negativity at this point in time, I can't just fly around and check on things, whatever I want to go check on. And if it's within the duties of my role of taking care of the people of Terra. Boom, bada bing, done. That's done now. Don't have to have no more talks or discussions concerning how will I do this? I need to go there. How do I do that? All of it's done. It's just done. None of this is important to me. Bye. And this, as usual, spam is spam. Delete. Bye. Trash. A lot of trash because I haven't deleted it. So now, goodbye. Yep. All right, I'm back. Okay. What else? There was some more stuff that was concerns of Terra besides the. It's getting right popular to be okay after millions of years to have mixed species teams. That was reevaluated today and repaired. I think that's a pretty big deal. I do think it's a pretty big deal. And so that's where it's going to be leaving it. Just like that right there. Man, I can't get warm. up there outside with that wind and that cold and on the roof. I did get up to the top of the ladder and was handing stuff around. I wasn't supposed to even be climbing a ladder, but I did. I did. Because roofing stuff is some heavy stuff, the shingles and the tar paper and all that shit. He basically replaced a bad area on the roof that got hit with a tree limb. We think it was a tree limb. I found the tree limb on the ground. It had rolled off. Or I pulled the rest of it off. What wasn't off, I pulled off. So it was all come off. And I knew it had hit something up there because we had a leak that last big rain we had. And I was like, didn't know there was a problem, but evidently there's a problem. And as usual, dealt with. Shut up. I'm opening the link up to this video to put it on the forum because I put all of them on the court forum. That's just how it goes, people. I need to make a way of making things happen. Copy. That's what I need. I'm sitting here looking at like, what am I doing? So much on my mind still. Oh, hell. Okay, that's done. I'm waiting to hear from somebody this morning that I asked to come up and talk with me later this morning. And it's like 11:12. I didn't give them a time because I knew I had this stuff being done on the roof today, this morning. I was lucky I got back, but not me. And I don't give a fuck. And clear. I don't need to go down probably 20-something fucking videos that front door camera recorded while we was out there working. I don't need to see that. And so this is what that is. All right. And so I'm kind of waiting on Bam Merkin to get in touch with me. I don't want to call him. He was in the meeting this morning. I had asked him to be there. So he was there and knows now that it is council approved for me to get the counselor shuttle ship that has a newly additioned cloaking system that I didn't know about until this morning. Because of the negativity on Terra, when they come down to pick me up and go to Inner Terra and where all I need to go. With IA travel, it already had IA travel, but the cloaking is new. And it wasn't that difficult to get a cloaking system that works on the shuttle. It's also a safe and secure once you there's an area you can open for the door to get in and out. That's not safe and secure when it's open, but once you shut it, the entire ship is sealed. I mean, as far as it's safe and secure, like can't be shot down or nothing. All three council ships now have cloaking. All three counselor ships. Like if I think I need to have one or two more to go do whatever something is that I'm doing, and I want to take some extra people, like Terrans, to go take care of something or go check something out on the surface, as the things come into existence and circumstances in the near future. We're really getting some shit lined up, I can tell you that. People are sounding, I'm looking for the word, exuberant. Yeah, they're excited about the things that they know are soon to happen. They know it's coming down to soon. Everybody says, well, this is happening soon. When I say soon, I'm hoping we're only talking a couple months. And that's based on the energy grid stuff. When there is activation of the energy grid on the surface, I don't think people are not going to be able to notice. It may disrupt our technology, such as radio waves and etc., stuff like that, cell phone use. It may disrupt that because it's the electricity in the air of Terra itself. In the ground of Terra, the earth, ground, it's the same word. See? The earth, the ground, the dirt coming up from the ground. The Terran energy grid system will be restored. It's getting closer to the surface globally. Every time they make some new advancement on returning and redirecting that energy, because it was turned off. There was a certain point, enough on the surface had been damaged that it wasn't working. And rather than let the Anunnaki have a chance to come to an understanding of it and make use of it, perhaps repair what they damaged so they could use it while they were here on Terra, they redirected it so they could not. And if anybody asks you, yes, that's how. There are pyramids and other structures all over the world that are going to have to be repaired, rebuilt. If it's like a city laid out a specific way, it will have to be rebuilt. If surface humans have built something on top of it, and that's one of the grid points of the ley line grid lines according to the inner subsurface and inner Terra, it'll be removed down to the bare ground and repaired as they knew it was. There's no questions about that. The question is how long do you get, if you get, notification? And I know two surface human large cities that are gonna go down. And I don't know how they're gonna be evacuated. I have no clue. And if they stick with this idea they came up with of 24 hours, you might as well not even alert anyone. I don't think a week of alert will work for one of these cities. It's that large. I don't think, why panic people that can't do anything and then they panic and do all kinds of damage and everything to other people and their panic to get out? I'm not having that. If it doesn't make no sense to me, I probably will decide that I need to meet with the Council for Reintegration of the Surface to Terra Committee. And either they can alert people in a reasonable time or not alert us to cause panic and shit. I'm not having that. I'd rather them blink people out than to have the panic and harm that'll come to the people. There's no harm with a blinkage. You're there and then you're not. You don't even know it. Sounds cold and harsh, but it's more humane than anything we've ever done to our own people on the surface since it was of a time to be called surface humans. Uh-oh, what does that mean? You ought to know what it means by now if you watch my videos. If you don't, go back to the beginning. I can't catch everybody up every time I do a video. That's not going to happen. I'll do the best I can quick or I won't. That's just how that's going to have to be. Okay, what else? Nobody's posted in the chat. 20 minutes so far on this video updating for the COT, Council of Terra. I use abbreviations sometimes. COT, the DOT, such as that. The SSC for Solar System Council. That I am trying very hard not to get involved with. And my focus is Terra. We must have reintegration so we can have these medical benefits, these extended lives, this education, and participate in a society that is better for us than anything we've known in the last many thousands of years since those mixed mutts of the galaxy came here. The Anunnaki, if you don't know who I'm talking about. I did get updated the other day by a long video with Balak, who is working in the DOT and in the council for me now. Balak was my spirit guide at one time. Now he still is, but it's not so much he has to do anymore. Yeah, I kind of was shocked when he told me that the other day, but that's okay. He's still making help me make decisions. Tell me what I need to do, especially if I have no damn idea. And there's a lot of that happening. I don't know something, well, up to the last day or so, it could have been a whole lot that I don't know nothing about. Now, when something gets mentioned, I get all kinds of little click, 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 clicks. It's not just a single click no more. It's click, 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 click by all these people that have had input and given me information the last 2 days. 297 various peoples of various population. 297 includes surface humans as descendants of one of those, the very first one on Terra, the original humans. They consider us as descendants, and therefore we're going to be reintegrated back into Terran society as descendants of. And they're going to work on all the problems that came to us after the ones on the surface would not go to Inner Terra and stay there, and ended up getting radiated, mutated, lost their sense of their level of intelligence and their level of technology. When Inner Terra shut off the power grid, that was pretty much the end of that. And they did that dip on the surface. They did that 2 million years ago. They started shutting it down. 2 million, almost 2 million. The anniversary of 2 million will be the day, to the day, they say, on their calculations of when they are back on this surface. They're timing it by that. I didn't know that till about 2 months ago, a little more than 2 months now. That is their goal. The end of 2 million years of struggle, strife, war, and negativism on this planet. Negativism, however you want to say it. You get what I'm talking about. It's coming, and it is not stoppable. Not stoppable. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. They're not authorized. And if the council doesn't know about it, it doesn't matter. I'm not saying me, I'm saying the council. 297 different people on this planet. Some are aquatic, some are up in the above, which means the atmosphere. Some are terra deep. I don't know a whole lot about terra deep yet, but I'm supposed to be going to find out. I got to go there on the 22nd. I tell you, I'm nervous. I have to tell you, I'm nervous about it. I've been nervous about it for a few days now. Nobody talks about this. Nobody at all talks about this. So that's what's going on. I wish I could tell you a lot more right now, but there's so much information even circulating down there. There's no way I can keep the surface informed of everything that's coming up right now. I think I made mention last night that they are working on a technology for Charles Lund, which means that they'll have it for the surface later, that allows him to see all the various densities and frequencies of people, of inner terror, because he can't right now. It's like being blind, kind of. And he can't hear them either. So this technology is going to take care of both parts of that, and they're working on it. It does work, but it's not perfect yet. According to Charles, it's not perfect yet. There's some things he can't see, some people he can't see or hear. So that has to be remedied, and they have the technology to do it. They just have to adapt it to work with surface humans. So that makes complete sense to me, This is my bushcraft hat, if you're wondering. I'm trying to get warm here. Man, that wind on that roof was cold. Can't believe it. I don't even know what the temperature is right now. On my phone, it says 37 right now. It's warmed up. It says it feels like 34. I can tell you if you out there when the breeze blowing, it feels like less than 32. And everything out there had frost and froze this morning. The ponds in back, the swimming pool and the koi pond in back is froze. Or it was. Freaking cold, man. Just cold, cold, cold. Let's go to something new now. What's new? Off the top of my head, what's new? Today's the 7th. Yesterday, I'm assuming, I haven't gone and watched any of it. I mean, it's disgusting. But supposedly the Republican Congress, House and Senate of the Republicans confirmed Trump is your president. To be president when the country collapses is very fitting. It is Trump. He's failed at everything else in life. Let him fail at being a president twice. I read some other things that people are going to try to do, and we shall see. And not that it's going to make a fuck. It's not going to make a fuck. Leave him in until it collapses. It don't matter. You're still not going to have a government. You're not going to have a country. You're not going to have religions. If you want to carry on your religion, you do so in your brain, in your own mind, and keep your mouth shut. Violation of law. Law 1. Terran law. You do not violate Terran law. Religions are seen as negative. Therefore, if you spout religious crap, you're in violation of Terran law. It's covered. It's already assumed to be covered. When they come up here, if you have been pushing your religion on somebody, the gifteds will know it when they reach out to you. If you're not part of a government or some other entity that basically gets blinked, there will come a point in time where individuals will have to be looked at. And when these individuals are looked at, you will basically be like, the perception of your negativity will be applied at that time. Their perception of your negativity, not yours. Understand what I'm saying here because it's important. Their perception of your negativity will decide your fate. The way you've lived your entire life decides your fate. There's nothing else more important than that right now, is it? I mean, if you don't agree with that, it don't really make a shit. It beats what they were going to do, which was blink the entire surface of this planet. I was at one time in support of that at one time. If you made it, you wouldn't be negative. There is a way they can adjust for that. And we have in the past blinked an entire planet. So don't let that fool you none that it can't be done. It's already been done. The planet's far larger than Earth, Terra. The ground that you stand on is Earth. The planet's name is Terra. Learn it. It's time. I'm tired of saying it. 3 years is plenty of time. Now, what's that? What else? What else? Let me see. What else? What else? What else? What else? My hood back there that I had over my head out there in that wind, there, that looks a little better, don't it? It's a little more smoothed out. Oof. Cold. Just cold. I'm not thinking of anything. I'm kind of sitting here in peace and calmness right now because nobody's come in. Nobody's come out today except for my travel view. It's been calm. It's been quiet. Even up there on the roof with him hammering shingles down in, it's been calm, people. Because I can deal with that kind of stuff. I can't deal with drama. I don't want you down, drama. I'll send you away with it. Tell you to get out of my area where I am. And you can do it or not at your own risk. I don't have time. If I can take a break and rest, I will take a break and rest. Yes, I will. Duties and responsibilities to Terra involves my rest when I need it. I can't serve everybody if I'm wore out, overwhelmed, and just downright perturbed with too many things all at once. Because I got like 3 problems I'm trying to solve right now. And I can't talk about them. So it's the nature of the beast. The nature of the beast, you know, like dealing with things, the nature of the beast. that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to see is there anything else I can say, but I don't really have nothing right now I can add to anything. I don't know of nothing, so I'm going to get off this video. Y'all have a good day. When I have something else to add, I'll be back. I appreciate y'all for watching this video and taking notice of what's coming. Just sit back and watch. If you doubt me, sit back and watch. But I'm not going to give you a date like some people do and then nothing happens. When I know it's happening, I'll be all over the internet trying everywhere I can to get somewhere and post something so you know. Y'all have a good day. This is Larry out.